You're probably not going to be able to see much here, but I'm going to try to drop that dryer in through the gap between the front clip and the hood and connect it from the top. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I may have to go at it from the bottom. It's tight working in there. They tell you to take the hood off, but I'm reluctant to do that because I'm working by myself, and that would be a hard job. It's hard to even get up here where I can reach it. And I'm sure you can't see anything because my hands are in the way. But what I'm trying to do is remove the plug. There is an O-ring on there already, so that's a good thing. I'm going to try to get some mineral oil on it. It should be enough. It should have flowed around. Hopefully I can get this down in there, the dryer, with the trinary switch attached. If I can't get it from this way, I'm going to have to put the lift up and try it from the bottom. Not go this way. I'm gonna have to go from the bottom. That's gonna be interesting because what I can't do is I can't fit the dryer down in between the hood and the all the stuff that's under there, the lines, the vacuum canister for the headlights. So I'm going to put the car up and see if I can go from the bottom. So I know you're not going to see much here, but this is one of the lines that needs to be connected to it. And this is where the bracket that it ultimately holds the dryer on is supposed to bolt in. I'm going to try to connect the output line first and then use the dryer as leverage to bring the lines into alignment so that I can connect them. I'm hitting up against the input line. Wow, it's going to be a tight one. Like I said, if I can get the output line connected, maybe I can use the dryer to force it into place where it needs to be. Try this line up out of the way there. That might have helped. I don't know how I'm going to get a wrench in. I may be able to get a wrench in from up top to tighten these once I've got them on. See what I'm doing here because of light or lack thereof. It's not started the thread yet. I think what I'm going to do in a second is turn off the camera and work on this, because I don't think this is going to be a short process. I'm going to shut it off. Okay, it took me about 5 minutes to put that on. And now what I'm looking at right here is that blue thing is the plug that's on the line. I have to grab that with a pair of pliers and unscrew the long needle nose pliers and unscrew the connector that's on it, and then I should be able to put some mineral oil on the O-ring. Hopefully I don't have to put the car down and back up. So grabbing that with the pliers was a good idea. Get my mineral oil and see if I can get some on that O-ring. That's going to be easier to do from the top, unfortunately. So I am going to lower the lift, put a couple drops of the mineral oil on it, put it back up and come under and connect it. Then I'll have to go through and tighten all of those fittings, because none of them are anything but hand tight. So I guess it took me about 45 minutes, I think, to get this all connected. And the best advice I can give you is when you start these, just put them on till they're started so that you have some wiggle room on all this stuff. I've got this one tightened. I've got to lower the car now. I've got to feed these wires through, and I think it's a better shot to tighten the two upper connections from the top side. So I'm gonna try that, see if I've got this wire fed through. I don't know whether it did or not. Could be just balled up inside there. If not, I'll have to get out my fishing rod tip again and run that through there. Sure you're not going to be able to see much, but I'm going to try to tighten these fittings from the top. The one at the bottom took a 3/4 inch wrench. Try that first here. Let's see. Something in the way, my transmission cooler hose is in the way, but other than that, you know, about a 1/6 of a turn, I can reach that one, and I can reach that one. It's going to be a slow process because I'm going to have to turn it a little bit, flip the wrench, turn it a little bit, flip the wrench. So I'm going to shut off the camera while I do that, and then I will be tightening the connections on the hoses on the other side of the radiator. So those weren't too hard to tighten, but if you can have two people, if you're doing this to remove the hood, I'd highly recommend it because it would give you a lot more room to work. But I'm getting it done. Just a few more things to tighten here. Okay. It's going to be tough to get wrenches in there. That one appears to be a 3/4, and the other one that tightens up to it appears to be bigger. Let's go with a 13/16 first. I think it's a 7/8. Let's try that. Yep, 7/8. You gotta hold one and turn the other. not much room in here to work. This all seals with O-rings, so I'm hoping that I'll get a good seal. That's a 3/4 and the other one appears to be a 5/8. It's not a 5/8 and it's probably 11/16, but we're trying a 5/8 first. Not much of a swing there. So this is going to be the process. You get a little bit of a turn and turn the wrench over and go at it again. I'm going to shut the camera off again while I do that. I think I'm almost there, but I don't want to waste your time. So that's where we're going to leave it for today. I put together didn't put together. I unboxed the vacuum pump that I had bought from Harbor Freight, and it needed to be filled with oil, which I did, and it says to connect it to the port on the air conditioner, and there's no hose or anything, so I don't know how they expect you to connect it other than maybe it gets connected along with the gauges for the air conditioning, which I do have because I've charged systems before. This is the first time I've ever had to draw a vacuum on a system because I'm starting from scratch with no refrigerant in it at all. So this is a new experience for me. Stay tuned for the next video. By the way, they do give you the oil for it. I knew that from looking at the thing I went and bought online before I bought it.